が認定した来年範囲であることをここに宣言する。平成21年12月31日 SRC コミッション委員会コミッショナー
Jonathan Shaw with a translation here.
He's just basically saying that this is a sanctioned match by, it's a Raiden match, Raiden Cup from Sengoku.
Thank you, Jonathan. So much anticipation for this one.
Yeah, this is a long time coming.
本日の第13試合、ライデン杯を行います。青コーナー、180センチ、104キロ、石井聡。
Fifth-degree black belt in judo, 2008 Beijing Olympic gold medalist Satoshi Ishii.
赤コーナー、181センチ、110キロ、吉田
And just a clarification from what I said before, a bit of a slip up on my behalf. Yoshida winning the 1992 gold medal, of course, at the Barcelona Olympics in the under 78 kilo division. Also placed fifth at the 96 Atlanta Games in the under 86 kilo division. We're under Sengoku rules for this one. Kicks to the head of a grounded opponent are okay, but not from the 4-point position. 3 5-minute rounds. The heavyweight who was the most sought-after fighter in the world in the last 12 or 18 months, Satoshi Ishii, is finally about to make his mixed martial arts debut against a veteran in Hidehiko Yoshida, Michael Chiavello, Guy Mezger, Jason Mayhem Miller. It is Dynamite 2009.
You can see from right here, man, there's a size difference here. Yoshida is definitely a lot bigger than Ishii.
We feel Ishii will have the speed. Yoshida has the experience.
Man, exchange jabs.
Hey, you know, both these guys are actually pretty good strikes for judo players. You know, pretty good strike for anybody for that matter, but...
We've already seen Ishii throw a nice jab, 2 off the bell earlier on. Neither man looking for any sort of takedown thus far in the opening 45 seconds.
Yeah, just a feeling out, kind of jabbing their way in, kind of getting their range right now.
Ishii's got the chin tucked a lot more. Yoshida is very straight up, and his chin is actually out as he throws the right hand. Uppercut from Yoshida, doubles up with it now. Ishii being hit for the first time in the face.
Yeah, Yoshida looks very comfortable right here, standing up. And Ishii does not look to be trying for a takedown at all.
And he looks, you know, he looks a little befuddled too. He's getting hit a little bit.
You can see in his back, he's very tense right now. You know, he's not relaxed. He doesn't have that experience. I mean, years and years of experience Yoshida has inside a ring, you know? I mean, you can have a lot of judo experience, which both men do, but man, Yoshida has a ton of experience in the ropes.
And Ishii survives.
Ishii survives, but for how long? With the same game plan now.
Yoshida throwing the heavy artillery here in the first round. Ishii's got to take this to ground. He has to.
Oh my goodness. This is not what anybody expected.
On the contrary, this is exactly what I expected.
You did, Mayhem. I'll give it to you.
I'll tell you did.
Called it all out. The knee. Ishii is getting owned here in the first round. Yoshida like a house of fire. And again, the big right hand, the uppercut. Ishii's got to get out of there or take him down.
Ishii's getting the big brother treatment right now.
Oh, ain't no doubt about that.
Gut-munching knee, uppercuts.
And no answer here, no answer whatsoever.
That nose may be broken. A huge lump on the bridge of the nose. And the overhand right, left hook from Yoshida, doing no favors to Satoshi Ishii.
Yoshida looks just as comfortable as if he just rolled out of bed.
Yoshida giving Ishii a very warm welcome to the world of mixed martial arts. Old school versus new generation. And at the moment, the old school is owning. Ishii really hasn't done anything. And we've only got 1 minute 40 remaining here in the first round. It's been all Yoshida. Now Ishii comes forward, still the punches fall short. Yoshida resetting himself.
Yoshida looking for a home for that right hand again.
It is cocked and ready. He just wants to pull the trigger.
Yeah, a lot of his strikes are they just seem to be setting up his large, giant, swinging right hand. There it is again.
He's got hands the size of car batteries, Yoshida, and he is battering Ishii with them at the moment. Oh, Ishii walks into an uppercut. 1 minute remaining. We've heard a lot of mixed stories about the training of Satoshi Ishii. Some full of praise, some raising question marks about his physical shape, about his stamina, his conditioning. He circles off to his right. He needs to go that way to stay out of the way of Yoshida's right hand. There was no mustard behind that jab from Ishii.
Yoshida continues to stalk.
Just so calm, so calculated, Hidehiko Yoshida.
That's what years and years of fighting will do for you. There's not a nervous bone in his body right now.
And Ishii, his blood-spattered nose tells the tale of the first 5 minutes. Yoshida just relaxed. It's like he's taken a Valiant, and he's still managed to do that much damage.
Man,
End of the first round. I don't even have to be Captain Obvious and ask Grymeska.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm half stunned that this fight has turned out like this. I mean, Jason definitely called it. I thought for sure that Ishii would be pressing this fight a lot more, and he's not. He's sitting back in club is what he's doing. It's not the way he's going to win this fight. Yeah. He needs to press the fight, get it in there, and get it, be able to kind of tire him out.
That's the one that may have shattered the nose there. As you see the corner going to work on Satoshi Ishii, he takes a seat. And Yoshida is on his feet. Ishii, though, is first to emerge from the corner. Ready to go.
I got to say, I'm most excited about the fact that I see the EA Sports logo on Yoshida's pants. That means he's going to be in the game, too. I'm pumped.
EA Sports releasing their mixed martial arts game in 2010. Ishii is ready to go for round number 2. It's been a baptism of fire. Is that Hidehiko doing some special comments?
Now, this is a good...
Oh, no, that's Kamada. He looks like Hidehiko. That's the boxer Kamada, of course, lending special comments.
Yeah, this is good to see because Ishii now has faced some hardship in his first round of mixed martial arts. Now, let's see how he comes out in round 2. Will he be scared? Will he shy away? Or will he meet to the challenge?
To think that Ishii, when he won the gold medal in Beijing and then straight away said he's going to go to mixed martial arts, the first man he called out, believe it or not, was Fedor. Can you imagine what Fedor would have done to him in that first round?
We can all dream big.
Second round.
Costs no more to dream big than it does dream small, right?
Ishii is not done yet. You can't rule him out. He's trained around the world from Brazil to the US to Japan in preparation. But as Guy has said in the past, there is something completely different about putting it into training and then being really hit truly in the face for the first time. Or like that for the 10th time in a fight, as Yoshida has done here tonight.
Yeah, there's an old saying, everybody wants to fight until you get punched in the face, and then you find out if you really want to fight after that.
Yoshida once again just composed, just relaxed.
And Ishii seems to relax a little bit and try to find a range to punch, but thus far not done any damage.
And he's closing his eyes, he's anticipating getting hit, so he's closing his eyes and kind of flinching, so his punches come up shorter that way.
Are we seeing 2 more judoka here in a boxing match? It certainly looks that way. There's been no attempts for a takedown so far, no shoots made. Only in mixed martial arts would you see this.
Nice hook, but not a lot of mustard on it.
Ooh, snappy jab between the eyes from Yoshida. Ishii just trying to reset himself. And again, stiff jab from Yoshida. Right hand.
Yoshida continues to look composed, just kind of trying to find a place for that right hand, and there he misses one.
Uppercut almost took out the ring lights. Yoshida taking his time, leans back Fat Joe style out of the way of the left hand. Knee to the bread basket from Satoshi Ishii. Knee guard put on there by Yoshida. Gives it up and takes a knee.
First time in the clinch here from the judo players.
What can Ishii do now? Let's see how the new generation judo skills play up against the old guard. Goes for a single here.
Oh. And Yoshida being warned for his arm around the rope.
Uppercut from Ishii. Walking knee to the back thigh, then goes to the lead thigh. This is more like it from Ishii. He seems more comfortable here, Mayhem.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it looks like he's starting to actually affect his game plan, whatever that may be.
Flipping left hook had no starch behind it, nor did the second one from Satoshi Ishii.
Yeah, Ishii seems to like this clinch position. I mean, I don't know if he's working for a takedown necessarily, but, you know, he's definitely trying to land shots from right here.
And look for a trip takedown there, Guy, for the first time.
Yeah, that particular takedown, that particular trip is not a high percentage against a good judo player. Not a high percentage takedown.
Muay Thai clinch here from Yoshida.
Little shot after the break.
Yeah, grimace there. They touch gloves, good sportsmanship. There's been quite a bit of smack talk between the two of them. Ishii certainly is renowned for being quite vocal. He waits for it again, still can't find that clean connecting punch. Again on that occasion, and again with the jab. That's more like it from Ishii.
Yeah, Ishii's actually starting to find his range and find Yoshida's head, interestingly enough.
And it seems to me, Jason, he's finding his confidence too.
Definitely. I mean, those two shots right there prove it. We'll see, you know. He definitely, you know, after that first round, I thought he was done, but he's coming back strong in round two. And I don't think Yoshida has nearly as much gas as he used to.
No, he's 40 years old, and he's definitely carrying more weight than he has in the past too. You know, so that's different. He's going against what? How old is Ishii? 22, 23 years old, something like that.
Young buck, yeah. So
straight out of a, let's face it, the Japanese judo program is a tough program. You know, so.
Scoring with the knees.
35 seconds on the clock here in the second round. Oh, knee caught him in the groin. And that's not going to do you any favors. That's a painful one. He cut the pie up the center.
Oh, man, I'm glad Yoshida-san has already had a child. Oh, man.
Because that's a replay we really wanted to see in slow motion.
Listen, I wanted to see it in super duper slow motion.
You're a sick man, mate.
There you go. Let's get a close-up on the doctor.
Oh, wait. That was inappropriate. Well, maybe not in Japan, but
yeah, really. The sad part is he's really not the doctor.
Here comes the happy
that was
ending.
a fan. One lucky fan goes home with Yoshida's cup. Ishii seems not to feel guilty about that.
I'll take a look again. Oof.
Oh, I could see his pelvic bone.
Happy New Year, Yoshida.
Oh, good Lord.
Be wearing his balls as earrings after that one. Return those to Tiffany's.
It was knock the logos off his shorts.
Meanwhile, a breather for Satoshi Ishii in what has been a much better round for the Beijing Olympic gold medalist.
I'm curious what they're going to do here. I mean, if he doesn't continue, then...
Ishii, who actually comes from a family of athletes. His parents are both physical education teachers who competed at a high school level in judo and handball. His sister was on a national championship water polo team. Kabunja Publishing actually put out a book of Ishii quotes in November last year. You can buy your own Ishii quote book.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm getting that for my coffee table.
Oh, yeah, that's what we need.
And Yoshida
Such a
still
great
down
push
here.
from 21-year-old kid.
Ooh, the hand in the pants again.
Oh man, I don't like this. There's a referee convention going on in the ring, center of the ring. Oh man, I hope they don't put some ice on it right here. Whoa, the
Cup's out. Looking if it's cracked, and there's a souvenir for a happy fan.
I don't know if they're happy necessarily. Oh, brand new one?
Ew, just because we want to see it again.
Speak for yourself. Oh man, listen, my testes are hurting just from watching this. That's enough of that.
The crowd is cheering, hoping Yoshida can continue here. He only gets a 5-minute recovery time, of course.
Well, it's also interesting, too, that these guys are still wearing plastic groin protectors, you know, and they have the metal.
Yeah, mine's made of titanium.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you know, I know the tie cup is a bit rough on you when you first get used to it, but, you know, it's definitely a much better
Take the opportunity to send a couple of more shout-outs to Sean Swanson and Carolyn Williams, who are watching in Ontario, Canada.
Hey, why do you get to do all the shout-outs?
Mayhem, you go for it, brother.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to my dad. Hey, Dad. I think you got HDNet still, don't you? And
big shout-out to
Ryan Loco.
Yeah, Ryan Loco, and another Sengoku former fighter who's watching, one of your buddies, King Mo.
King of Mo the Wall, sitting at the house. What's up, dog? Yeah, we go hard in Japan. Man, I hope his balls are okay.
Ridiculous testicular damage. Some concerned looks from that beautiful female in the crowd there. Yoshida.
Sweet hairstyle. Man, I hope.
She's straight out of Harajuku.
Man, this is bad. This is bad for at least a pair of somebody.
Yoshida, a 4-time medalist in the World Judo Championships, 91 bronze, 93, 95 silver, 1999 he claimed the gold. He said about Ishii's debut, since this is Ishii's debut, there's no tape on him. I trained everything in balance because we really don't know how he'll try to fight. And he refused to take the bait repeatedly when Ishii tried to rile him up with pre-fight comments, saying that Yoshida is trying to build a persona for himself as a fighter, so good for him. I guess it's important as a pro fighter, but I could never really do it. Said he had the edge and experience he felt, and that training to fight is very different from actually fighting, which is something we mentioned the game before, Guy.
I mean,
you can train with the Mashidas and the Randy Couture's and the Kakunos all you like, but that's all gonna change when you step into the ring and get clocked in the kisser for the first time by someone like Yoshida.
yeah, and the other thing too is there's a lot of athletes that are phenomenal in the gym. You know, they're referred to as gym fighters. Very tough in the gym, but then when they don't perform well under the lights, and that's when it really counts.
Surely this has been 5 minutes now, and there needs to be a ruling on whether Yoshida can continue or not.
I think he's fixing. I think he's trying to put the cup in to go. Looked like they handed him a cup, and he's having a hard time adjusting it.
I think it might be 5 minutes per testicle. And as we all know, Yoshida has 3.
Yeah, so we better read the rules. Anybody get us a rule book here?
Mayhem, by the way, want to say congratulations, all the work on Bully Beatdown you've been doing as well. I believe another season has been signed up.
I think so.
We hope so. Really enjoying it.
America hopes so.
Yeah, we really do.
Bigelow, your producer is watching us as well on HDNet at the moment. Eric?
Van Wagenen?
Yeah, Van Wag's watching it.
Van Wag is watching, I'm sure.
Worked with him on the Contender Asia last year. Great man. Bigelow to Eric. Happy New Year to you.
I wish he had such nice things to say about you.
I actually ran into him in a meeting we had in LA and told me to tell you say hello, and I forgot, so now I'm saying hello to you from him.
You are useless, Mezga. Absolutely useless.
I'll say that.
You're about as useless as Yoshida's testicles right now.
Oh,
Ooh,
you wound me.
below
You
the belt?
wound me so. Literally below the belt, yes. Oh, you wound me.
Ishii has been training, as I said, did some work with Lyoto Machida. You can find some YouTube footage of him with Machida. Also been working out with Robert Drysdale, Extreme Couture, American Top Team.
It's a little nerve-wracking that he's just moved around so much.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think that's a very good idea. He needs to find a camp to train with.
Word is coming through. Let's go to Jonathan Scher. Jonathan, what have you heard?
Well, there was just an announcement right now that said that Ishii was given a red card, so that's a deduction from his point total.
Okay. I'll throw back to a point before as well. Going back to that Melvin Manoff fight, we'll think it was Gerard Gordeau in the corner. We were close. It was Remco Pardell.
That's right, Remco.
That's the name.
Yeah.
Remco Pardell.
The judo player, yeah.
In the corner of Melvin Manoff earlier on tonight, not Gerard Gordeau. Wasn't Remco Pardell the one who absolutely elbowed Orlando Veet's head into the canvas?
Yes, he did.
That's right. Now my memory is working finally.
You guys are taking it back to Art Jimerson days.
He is old school. We're going back to Keith Hackney days.
You know, the sad part about it, that's what I started. Yeah, before there were rules and stuff, that shows you.
Damn, guy, you're old.
Yes, I am. And I just having another birthday in a couple hours, and I'm going to be even freaking older, which is not that much fun.
I'll be there for that.
Okay, we are about to recommence Ishii and Yoshida. It has been Ishii's round so far here in the second. He tries for a pork right hand.
Yeah, but I think this point deduction is going to neutralize this round for him. I don't think he's going to be able to win it. I mean, at best is going to be a draw because of the point deduction.
10-9 round will suddenly go to 9 points apiece. Ooh, a nice high kick there from Yoshida. Now we're on the ground for the first time. Ishii goes to side control. Well, we just got a little tease there, Mayhem, right before the bell of the ground game of Satoshi Ishii.
Yeah, just a taste of the ground game. I mean, not even a pinch. You know, we saw a little bit of it, but you know, from that little bit, I can tell that it looks like Ishii's ground game is fairly developed, and if he gets down on the ground again, he might be able to pass Yoshida's guard and affect some damage.
Guy, if you're in the corner here of Satoshi Ishii, what are you telling him to do in the third round?
Well, you got to tell him to initiate another takedown like that. He's got to get some kind of takedown. He's got to have a massive ground and pound game. Try to finish this fight, because if this, you know, I don't know how much the point deduction is. Is it 1 point? Is it 2 points? What? They didn't really say. They just said there was a point. There's a, you know, it affected his total point score. So, I mean, let's say it's a, you know, 10-9. It's at best was a 9-9 round. You know, he's going to lose this fight. The best he could do is go for a draw. He needs to definitely have a superior win in this round, a finish or a 10-8 round.
That was impressive how Ishii rode that high left round kick and then took Yoshida to canvas. Here it is again.
Ouch, not again. Japanese producers are sadistic. I do not want to see that anymore. It looks horrible.
Yoshida.
Yeah, I mean, Ishii ate a nice kick to the face and followed up with a takedown. That was pretty impressive.
Another of my mixed martial arts nerdish Yoshida facts. He owns a Ferrari, an F430 Spider. Kind of like that.
Oh, and I have to be jealous.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we kind of wanted him to win until that part.
More of Ishii's game here, this little clench where he's doing the most damage.
This is more like it from Ishii. Second round was his, bar the point deduction. First round was definitely all Yoshida. But Ishii's confidence looks to be flowing now. Well, uppercut from Ishida.
That could be dangerous,
yeah,
because
he just took two hard shots.
Yeah, Yoshida definitely is very dangerous still.
Yoshida back against the ropes here.
Very surprised that they try those trips with no judo gi. You know, I think the gi is a big factor in the judo player's game, you know. And with no gi, it's kind of hard to do those takedowns.
Well, that, you know, to be honest, even with the gi, that particular takedown's not a high percentage takedown against really good judo players. You know, I mean, you don't really see it. He should be using the inside trip on there instead of the, you know, that outer reap. He should go for the inside. it's much easier to get, and it is, you know, you see that a lot in MMA, that's effective.
Ishii even looking a lot more confident with his striking now. 3 minutes 35 remaining in the third round.
Well, you know, if Ishii's going to pull this out, he needs to have a more definitive round than just sitting back here and doing this.
Moves in, clinches up with Yoshida. Looks like an arm wrestling. Gut-munching knee from Ishii. Yoshida drops his weight down. Ishii looks to lock onto that left leg. Not happening for him. Rips into the upper left rib cage.
There he's tried the inside trip. A little bit better.
Tell you what, not exactly the kind of fight that the founder of Judo, Jigoro Kano, would be proud of.
Yeah, I think the judo neutralizes one another. You know, they're not able to take each other down really, and it's turned into a boxing match. Happens in America with wrestlers. You know, two good wrestlers end up having a boxing match because they don't wrestle.
Ishii edges forward again, takes an outside thigh kick, rips him with the right hand, didn't connect for him. And Yoshida, the 40-year-old veteran, pokes out the jab in triplicate. A lot more aggression here from Ishii. Yoshida tried to pull the head down with a tie clinch.
Well, Ishii, you know, listen, he must be listening to his corner. He's doing what he needs to do. He just needs to be a little more effective. He's not really landing these shots. He's throwing a lot, but they're not really landing.
The young bull and the old warhorse, a much better round for the bull. Locking up the left arm there, Yoshida. Referee says, let's break. Let's bring it back to center ring. Let's keep the action flowing here.
Yoshida looks tired, though. Yoshida looks like he's wearing down.
Yeah, Ishii looks to be in good condition.
Looking for that inside trip again there, Satoshi Ishii.
And still.
I really want to see this one go to ground. We only saw 10 or so seconds.
Oh, nice shot.
In the end of the second round.
Ishii landed a pretty good little short right hand.
Yeah, Ishii looks a lot.
Oh, another right hand.
Good left hook from Satoshi Ishii. Yoshida sprints off to his right. Ooh, a shoulder thrust there from Ishii. Left hook from Ishii. Popping uppercut, missed the target. Ishii sucking in the air now. So too is Yoshida.
This is gut check time for these guys.
Can Ishii take him down? He's looking for it.
He's in throwing position right there.
How he would bring the house down if Ishii threw Yoshida. Yoshida shoots for a single, Ishii sprawls. And we're on the ground again, this time with 35 seconds on the clock. Yoshida absolutely locked onto that left leg.
Yeah, death grip on there, but I don't see much happening from here.
Ishii hammer fisting the tricep area. Won't do a whole lot, 20 seconds remaining. A referee brings them back to a standing position.
I always like this referee.
One of them got a big shot left.
I always like this referee. He's always quick to keep the action going.
Ishii with a hook. Yoshida, one big overhand right, and Ishii skips forward, fires an uppercut, and a left hand. Brings it home strongly.
Man, you know what? With that point deduction, what the hell? How do you call this right now?
Harder to pick than a broken nose. I don't know which way to go. Guy?
You know, this is a draw. I mean, you know, again, if they're really doing a 10-point must system, you know, I mean, you give the first round to Yoshida, second round you give to Ishii, but Ishii got a point deduction, so it's an even round, and Ishii won that round. I mean, I think he did. I mean,
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm assuming too.
Yeah.
But I've been wrong, and sitting in this chair, I've been wrong.
So,
well, sometimes you're right, but the judges get it wrong. And then
just getting the abacus out, and by our unofficial scorecard, we would have it 28-28. It'd be 10-9 Yoshida the first, 9-all the second. It would have been Ishii's round 10-9, but he got deducted a point. 9-all second round, then Ishii the third round 10-9. That makes it 28-28, a draw. That said, Mayhem, what did you think of the debut of Satoshi Ishii?
Yeah, I think that he had a little butterflies coming in and couldn't really affect it. And I really thought that he wasn't, you know, he's not used to getting hit. I thought that that fight would have been over right there, but you know, Yoshida didn't close the deal, and Ishii came back strong round 2 with this point deduction. You know, it makes it a lot more interesting.
Well, I'll tell you what they need to do with Ishii. They need to give him, he needs to, the problem is he's such a big star that he's going to be fighting a lot of tough guys, and he really needs to be brought up a little bit slower. And, I mean, even Yoshida, who's a older fighter, still has 16, 17 fights, something like that. What, 20 fights? You know.
8-7-1, 16 fights in mixed martial arts for Yoshida.
Yeah, I mean, it's 16 fights.
You know, and he's beaten guys like Don Fry, Maurice Smith, Tank Abbott, Mark Hunt.
Yeah.
All decent names in their time.
Yes.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ小林、吉田。
First chance to
ジャッジ小
Yoshida.
林、吉田。
He's done it.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
have to pound the fist of Jason Mayhem Miller. You called it mayhem.
Bro, you had that one. You got that one. I didn't. I would. I'd have bet the house. I'd have bet the house entirely on Ishii on that one.
I would
Good thing
have
I'm
your
not a
house
gambling-
right now.
Good thing I'm not a gambling man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. I just know that what Yoshida is capable of. Very strong. You know, he, despite the age discrepancy, you know, I think that you know, Yoshida is still such a solid force.
They're about to present the Raiden Cup here to Hidehiko Yoshida, who has put a big upset on proceedings.